No, I saw it that morning you came in. You did it the night.
Oh,
and
so
remember I was in there. I was doing my rehab.
Yeah.
And Joe came out and he's like, "Yo, you won't believe this shit."
Like, what were you? Were you cooking? Was this just like? Have you told the story and exactly what happened?
You told me.
I've never heard the story on how this happened. What is going on? Welcome to another episode of QB Unplugged, brought to you by Lockerverse, with NFL superstar quarterback Deshaun Watson, and me, myself, Quincy, Avery, the quarterback consultant. Each week, we bring you a unique perspective from the quarterback position, from college, high school, and either other NFL quarterbacks. This week, we have a special guest, David Njoku, tight end for the Cleveland Browns. We're going to get into that. But as we get into it, let's get into our breakdown with Foe as we dive into some plays from this past season from the Cleveland Browns. And you kind of tell me what happened. I'm going to tell you what I see. You tell me what you did.
Let's do it. Right,
that caused these big plays. So now we get into this play down versus Tennessee Titans. We're late in the fourth quarter. This is interesting formation. You guys come out a really condensed formation. So what I'm seeing, right? I'm seeing condensed formation. You want to give the illusion that you guys are going to be running the ball here, right?
Correct.
You guys got one of the best running games in the league. And initially, it looks like we're getting quarters coverage.
Right.
So what are you thinking when we're going play action, right, versus quarters coverage on the defense?
Most definitely. So in this situation right here, we really wanted I think previous in the early part of the game, we kind of ran this play a couple times showing that Coop is going to hook up. I don't know what the safety was doing, actually, but it's quarters, of course. Mm-hmm. So Coop has a reroute. He can split the safeties in the corner, or if they bail back up, he can sit around like 18, 20 yards right on the top of the numbers, and the ball should be out ready. So whenever I did my play action, I peeked up, safety is flat-footed, and by that time, it's just give him a catchable ball because he's going to walk into the end zone.
So when people hear quarters coverage, like cover four, they think a lot of times, this guy has a quarter of the field, this guy got a quarter of the field, that guy got a quarter of the field, and that guy does. But it's different than that, right? We know that this safety, his job is not to just play a quarter of the field. His first job is to Elijah Moore, right? Mm-hmm. Elijah Moore gives the illusion of a block, right? So he has to be a run fitter first, right? His first job is to stop the run. But after he clearly determines it's not a run, his next job is to get his eyes to the number one. Right. And he just has really lazy eyes here.
Yeah, he really don't move at all, which is surprising, where you kind of, play football. You see even, who's that right here? Is that Kevin down here?
Yeah.
Byer? Like, he's just playing football. He's kind of reading the quarterback eyes, where you got a guy that's number one receiver. He's full speed, straight ahead. I'm going to get depth. If I miss my read, I'd rather take the
go take the flat.
Yeah, go take the flat. But you got sometimes with defenses also, too, in the quarters, they might play that. We call it, usually it's in the red zone with that red 2 where the corner can trap. And if the number 2 guy breaks out,
then he's going to go play that flat.
He's going to play flat, and the safety got deep pass. In this situation, we want to condense them, to confuse them. And now, hey, Coop, you speed off the ball to make it difficult for them to communicate. And there's no communication. You see the corner trying to communicate, but the safety is too much going on. And by that time, the ball is already gone and the receiver's gone.
Yeah, that safety's really, he's just dead ass wrong. Now, in terms of you, right? This is a touchdown, catchable ball, all that. Do you know what I'm going to tell you? Like, there's a level of greatness a little bit more than what you gave us right here.
I'm talking about the play action.
Play action is some dog. Yeah, right? And I think just a little thing, right? Just being a little bit more disciplined with that play action. Everything else after the play action, I think is great. You did a great job finding that safety. It's like you initially went there. This Coop, did you know he was running a go route? Or is this one of those, like, stop, he has an option?
No, so it's he got the option. But I kind of figured pre-snap, all right, cool, that safety's sitting at maybe 10 yards, 12 yards. And once I get my head around, I'm putting my eyes right on him. I think it's 37. Mm-hmm. And I just felt that he's gone, And it was just basically, I wanted to get my head around as fast as possible to be able to see exactly what Coop is doing. If he had to run a vertical and if it was, the corner was selling him, I wanted to put the ball out far enough. So I definitely could have did a better fake, but.
Is that something that coaches might mess up sometimes? Like, I'm always on you about play action, but are we forgetting that? Yo, I still got to get my eyes around, make a throw. Like sometimes,
Almost definitely. I think a lot of people too. It kind of get confusing where coaches, QB coaches, where we want to be so detailed, we want to be so perfect in everything that we do in the fundamental wise, but through the course of the game, you got to adapt. Certain ball angles, certain throws are going to be differently. Your footwork is going to be different just because of how they're playing you, how the tempo of the game is going. You try your best to be very, very fundamentally sound, but it's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? There's
so
only
sometimes
a
I be
few.
telling you shit, you be like, shut the fuck up.
Nah,
like,
nah.
You think in your head, like,
well, of course I do.
This nigga don't shut the fuck up talking about
I do. I make the play, so shut up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's the reason why you watch the tape. You have guys like yourself, the offensive coaches where there's always ways to get better.
To get a little bit better.
Yeah, so you can get as close as possible as doing that. I think the best that's done that, a Peyton Manning, a Drew Brees,
Tom Brady.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you even seen later in Tom Brady's career where he had to adapt a lot of just ball angles and just kind of how his footwork was. But I think some of the guys that do it the best that kind of adapt how like I was. Of course myself. Mahomes. Lamar, guys like that can really, Justin Herbert, that can really, my fundamentals might not be sound, but I can make the throws.
I can do the things
exactly.
necessary. Hey, but last question on this. Are you reading this thing coop to the swirl route, to the flat route? Is that how you'd read it?
Yep. So I'm going coop to my swirl, and then I have all my check downs you kind of fill out.
Either side, Njoku or...
wherever your eyes kind of take you.
Yeah. I think that this is really, really good. And when you can throw on time like this, take that one hitch and let it ride, right?
This is really good. You got to, starting with the offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, a hat on a hat with the play action. And then you got the guys, everyone is getting off the ball. Coop is getting off the ball. DPJ is getting off the ball. And then you can see, if you go back, how the play, if you want to play it, right about stop. You got every receiver in every parts.
Think about that. Just that spacing
and that's
is like
what you need. It's basketball.
Yeah.
It's the spacing. Space it out and make the defense cover it. Somebody should have opportunity to be open. Even though they got more players, it just, the chess match is also fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. This is another opportunity. This is a unique formation to me, right? You guys are going 11 personnel, one back, one tight end. You got Harrison like in a sniffer spot. Lined up inside. Did you know you were going to get pressure on this one?
No, it's not so much a pressure. I think this is an opportunity for us to take a one-on-one shot. So we just max up a little bit. We might get a little bit of edge pressure, but I think they have 5 D linemen, so we knew all 5 was coming. They weren't really the blitz zero team at this point, unless it's, got to have it. So we just match pro just to give me more time to let the receivers work. And
do you call this max protection, or is that something that in the huddle Kevin's telling you like, yo, we're maxing this up? Or
Kevin, I think this is within the play call. I think we called this for this shot, but I can always switch it too. Like, hey, Harry, chip and get out. Yeah.
So was this a sluggo by Coop? What were we doing here?
It's actually a go route, and Coop just beat him so bad, and it's crazy because when I turn my head, you see my eyes. My eyes is super aggressive to the field just to get that safety.
And you see you move them like dead center of the field.
That's what I wanted to give me more room for Coop. And I wasn't expecting Coop to beat him this bad. So, like, in between, I'm like, yo, like, you got to give me the sideline. So do I pick a 2-ball where it's kind of like up and down, or do I throw like a line drive so we can catch it?
Like a back shoulder almost.
Exactly. But I just gave him a 2-ball, enough firm on the ball so he can get up and down, and he did a great job, and the rest was him.
So, yeah, I think from a quarterback perspective, when you see a receiver do, like, he killed him right there. But I think Coop can help you out by not widening off of this move, right? So just stay down that line that he's on. When you get wide like that, it's difficult in terms of exactly
it's a hard
where
throw for sure.
Yeah.
And I think, and Coop knows that. I think he's so great at running routes that he loses track of where the DB goes sometimes, and he just like running away from him. And so, it makes the throw a little bit harder. But if you just put it in his kind of area, he's gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? And he did a hell of a job on this one. They actually cheated as a touchdown on this bad boy because he never stepped out.
I mean, you know what's crazy? Is he was
you don't
talking
think he's going to score, huh?
Man, hell no, he's not about to score.
He's going to score.
I'm not saying, no, listen here. I'm not saying he about to get tackled right here, but he gonna make it
Boom,
tough.
boom,
He gonna make it.
and then he's gonna cut back again.
Then you got somebody coming.
You got 8 and 2. So 8, Elijah's gonna get in front of 2.
Elijah got like maybe hold him up. I think this is an underrated play though. Like just these. Let me just show folks from this angle. Right, this with your eyes. This is a difference, right? This is a difference right here. You taking your eyes right here, keeping it on the right side, moving this free safety from on the outside to the left to the middle of the field. That's the difference between this play being as successful as it was, should have been a touchdown, and an incompletion.
Right.
Now, I'm going to still be a stickler here and talk about these last 2 steps of your drop, right?
I got to turn it.
Yeah, you got to get more turns. So what we mean here
I'm
is
trying to right there.
Yeah, I see you trying
but
to.
I think my foot placement.
Yeah, so this left foot has got to be turned more so your left ankle is in the direction of where you want to throw, and that'll give you a better opportunity instead of your right foot and hitting back and outside, right? Because it's still like facing there, right? Instead of it hitting back and outside, you can bring your right foot all the way around so those feet end up parallel, and you can drive towards the target.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't really throw this ball better than you did, but that will allow these throws to just be more consistent,
Naturally,
right? It's
yeah.
just a level of consistency that we can create when you just do that little difference, right? Still a great throw. I'm not sure that I could have made it, but probably back in my heyday. I'm thinking that's something that was probably in my. I mean, it's close.
No, he never.
He definitely didn't go out?
He didn't step out. They showed it on Jumbotron. The ref even came over and was like,
I fucked up.
yeah, for sure. He knew he did too.
Hey, don't find my dog, NFL. He just saying what the ref said, man. I know y'all sending out 20K.
So you don't think he scores on this?
It's a big play. He's going to get probably 20 more yards.
No, he cut back, boom.
That's where he's going to make the tackle.
I think he cuts back one more time.
I mean, he hits him back here?
I think so.
But I just think somebody's going to catch him if he makes that. I don't know where nobody else is at, but it's a chance.
It would have had to be 21, unless Elijah just missed 2.
Yeah, or the backside corner coming at an angle. But you got faith in Coop that he's going to score.
Every day, all the time.
I got 100% faith that Coop's going to get open every time.
That too. Facts.
I'm going to let Deshaun introduce you since, you know what I'm saying, teammate and such.
We got my dog, 85, the chief, the head honcho. Oh, I'm at this camera. Sorry. I'm at this camera.
Hype it up. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
It's not up.
Pro Bowl. All pro.
Okay.
The dog, the beast. My dog.
That was
living
good.
Njoku.
That was good, man.
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
know you were going to go on that, but
Yes,
hey, I'm
sir.
hyped now. I'm ready to go.
I got to ask you a question since you so hyped up.
You about to start hating. I know you're about to start hating.
I'm
Go
not
ahead,
about
let me
to
hear it.
hate. I'm just
Let
going
me
to
hear
ask
it,
you a
bro.
question. How does it feel to be Cleveland's favorite child? Like, I see you with the trolly trolls on the internet and such. Like, OBJ, you hit him with the...
I mean, I'm obviously number one. I love Cleveland, like we both do. You feel me? But I just like to laugh. I just like to, you know what I mean? I like to you know, crack a couple laughs, couple giggles here and there. So that makes me the child or whatever. Then yeah, man.
The
whatever.
favorite child.
The favorite child. Yeah.
You weren't always a favorite child, though.
Nah, hell no.
How long did it take you?
You know, one time in 2020, the year that I was like trying to like request a trade, trying to, you know, go about, you know, somewhere else. I was driving like downtown, right? Windows down in my little Range Rover. I thought I was a shit. Windows down, you know what I mean? I'm driving, I hear, Njoku, you suck. I said, damn. Windows up, AC on, keep going, you feel me? Nah, for real.
Never mind, I ain't trying to hear all that type of
Hey,
rap.
negativity goes back there. We right here. Tunnel vision.
And then, you know what I'm saying, you hold the city down. When you and Mike was playing video games, how'd you feel about? Was that like real? Because it looked a little stressful on our end. Was that real pressure?
Definitely from the camera view.
Yeah,
Nah,
camera
it
view looked like
wasn't-
pressure.
I mean, that was just like my natural reaction to like Cleveland slander. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't like planned or anything. He just, you know, threw a little jab, which is cool. It's all fun and games. But you feel me, Micah? Last time Cleveland played Dallas in Dallas, we beat that ass. So I'm just gonna leave that there.
And we play them in Cleveland this year too.
Oh, then let's go, man. Bragging rights this year. Let's go. I'm with the smoke, baby.
So how y'all feel about these 2023 Cleveland offseason moves?
2024.
No, is it
Quince, come on, lock in, bro.
same type of shit? 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? How we feel about the offseason moves?
Cool. I mean, cool. Obviously, bringing in Jerry Jeudy was huge for us. I've been kind of off the grid for real. We got Huntley from the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
You just signed in today.
Just signed.
Don't forget about
Running back.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jameis.
Hello. I think y'all got the best personality in the NFL.
Yeah, you
On your
and
team,
Jameis
though.
are really. Hey,
Why you say me? I didn't do nothing.
Nah, him and Jameis is going to. Hey, that's going to be funny to see.
Shit.
I'm looking forward to any and all locker room conversations, including
Yeah.
this. I'm looking forward to the trip to where are we going this offseason? Spring trip. Like, don't act like we're not going this year.
There's not playing right now.
Yeah, I don't know either. Where we going, Quincy? You tell us then.
It's not on my budget. It's not my credit card. It's Deshaun's credit card.
That credit card is rehabbing.
But I know I've been through some damage.
Yeah, that credit card is rehabbing.
Oh, shit. The team last year, chemistry through the roof, right? It looked like you guys loved each other. What was like at the core of that? You know what I'm saying? What is going to be the key to y'all having that same type of vibe, that energy for this 2024 season?
Before I answer that question, I have to bring up the game against Baltimore. I think it wasn't the start, but it was one of like the big time components where we realized, okay, like we're not just playing for ourselves, we're playing for each other. The one play that I'm going to bring up is not anything that I've done. It's more so it was a run play. Jerome Ford was running the ball, and literally the whole offense went behind him and pushed him to get the first down in the fourth quarter. It was at that point that I realized, okay, like the chemistry that we all try to fight for is there for sure. You know what I'm saying? Just like the will to just, to win, not for a solo mission, but like for the team's effort. It was exceptional. So that play still to this day gets me hyped up for real. Like that was like a really exceptional play that we did together.
And I'd say, too, I think for me, outside of that play was just the offseason. You know what I'm saying? I think the chemistry of us just really kicking it. I think in between meetings, everybody do their own thing. Cool, use the bathroom, go get something to eat, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, like, between meetings, we always go to that one couch in the locker room. And we just be joking around, fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Just just somebody cracking a joke here, somebody laughing here, somebody showing this. Like, everyone just mingled to that for, like, whatever, 5 minutes. And then, boom, we branch back off. And then we come back there. Like, everyone come there. So I think just the chemistry within the locker room, the off-season stuff, everybody kicking with each other in the restaurants, and then, of course, in the spring when we go on our trips, like, that's always a good time.
Yeah, for sure. The blend.
Always a great time.
Why are you looking at me like that? Scott Quincy's crazy.
Always a great time. Because I know you're going to be the young party starter when we get out the country,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
I like to party a little bit. That's all.
So when we had a question from a fan. We had Chase Arthur, and I'm going to show you guys on the screen right here. There was a moment this season, right? We on the sideline, people grabbing people, arms throwing up. What was the moment with Njoku and Hunt on the sidelines? Was it one of your favorites? If not, what is?
No, it was definitely fun. It was just us. So like after this is like towards the end of the fourth quarter, we kind of like secured the win. So we knew we were winning the game, and we were on the sideline just messing around with the fans, giving the fans some some time. So I first put my hand up like we're like like the WWE, how like when they win. So they all screaming and everything. Then I calm them down. Then I put Kareem's hand up, and then we go back and forth. And I see Deshaun like down the way a little bit. I'm like, Fo, like come over here. He comes over there. Me and Kareem grab both his hands, go up, and they go berserk. And that was dope, man. Just like that little, that little interaction. It goes a long way.
Nah, for sure.
So that was your favorite? That's like leading the league, or would you have another one?
I think my favorite was probably like chugging that beer after the Jets game.
I was going to say that. I was going to ask you about the beer.
Yeah, I kind of got a little sick afterwards. It was open beer, so I don't know what the fuck was in it.
What gave you the inkling to trust?
Nobody could tell me shit, but we're going to the playoffs, man. You feel me?
So
like
you drank somebody else's beer?
Hey, dog.
In the stands, though. He wasn't like on the field. He he jumped the gate, walked like 10 rows up, and got a beer from somebody.
I'm standing 10 toes on it. I did exactly what he said I did. I sure did. Yeah.
How'd you feel good after that? Like good about yourself as a person, as a human being?
I mean, dog, you gotta understand how much work it takes to get to the playoffs. You feel me? How much more, the Super Bowl. You feel me? Like this isn't promised every day. The fact that Deshaun and I are going on year 8 is a blessing on its own. You feel me? The average year, first off, just getting into the NFL is like the 0.1%, right?
Yep.
And to go to year 8 is 0.0001%. You know, that doesn't happen every day.
It's
so
not for long.
I just try to stay present, you know, try to be in the moment, enjoy every second of it.
Definitely.
And you talk about like that adversity, like what it takes to become, you know, take your team to the playoffs. But what does it take someone like you who had to battle through some adversity this season? You know what I'm saying?
Man, some call it adversity, others call it blessings, you know.
We had a little snafu, you know what I'm saying? A scary incident week 4, but you still made your first Pro Bowl this year. What was it like to like hit those personal milestones? I know you got the team milestone. Boom, we made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that you really, to me, it looked like you really started to hit your stride. Everybody knew, like, oh, he's a great athlete. He does these things well. But I think, like, as this season went on, it, like, continued to see you take your game up another level. Like, consistency with the hands, the routes, the blocking. Like, you starting to put it together. Like, what was that thing that clicked for you think?
Shit, I mean, honestly, it was probably, like, just, like, cumulative of, like, a bunch of things, you know what I mean? I can't just put it on one thing, besides God, really. But, like that burn, it really changed my perspective on things. You know, like my whole career, I've been playing football, worried about X's and O's. But that game, it felt like I was like a modern day gladiator. You know what I mean? It felt like it was like a real like war zone. Like each step that I take, each sweat drop that drops on my face, I feel everything. You know, so yeah, I mean, I just try to do what I can to help the team. And as each week went by, the need was more and more. You know, we got like Deshaun. You know, he got hurt. Nick Chubb got hurt. Yeah. Everything was going left, and the team as a whole, like we just didn't give up. You know, the loss against the Texans in the playoffs, it didn't feel real because of all the adversity that we had went through to get to that moment. And obviously we didn't play our best, and it is what it is. It's life, But yeah, it hurt that much more because of all the commitments that we gave, of all the sacrifices that we gave for the year for each other. You know what I mean? And that's what made it so big, was because we were playing for each other. So, yeah, I mean, whatever the team needs from us, we got to do. That's what it is.
And you did that. You took that shit up a notch. Now, this is going to be an interesting question.
That's great, dog.
So, you do that. You go play with that burn on your face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Face burn up. Deshaun's not playing at this time, right? But no one knows how hurt he really is. Like, we don't know. I knew how hurt he was, right?
And the team did.
The guys on the team, but you hear all these other people like, oh, he's soft. He's not really doing this, that, and the third. How do you as a teammate be like, making sure people know, like, nah, we know.
Man,
we know our guys really, you know what I'm saying?
Man, on some real shit, man. 98% of things that happen to us, to Deshaun and myself or whoever, nobody knows. And that's what hurts the most, is because, you have a guy like Deshaun who is literally, I mean, listen, I keep it real, all right?
Keep it a bean.
I've had a high ankle sprain before. That bitch hurts like a motherfucker.
Hey, yeah.
That shit hurts so bad. I couldn't walk. I thought I was a big old macho man. I couldn't do nothing. He tore shoulder, right? Tore
my shoulder.
And had a high ankle sprain in the same game and still beat the juggernaut Ravens. You know what I mean? That's something that people don't really like comprehend the right way. You know what I mean? And seeing all that stuff on social media and stuff, it's sad because it's the saying ignorance is bliss. In this case, it's not really bliss because you don't know, and it's you don't know all the efforts and stuff being done behind closed doors that we do, that he does. You know what I mean? So it's tough because I know he's strong-minded, but that, like, you just don't like seeing that, especially when you're giving it your all for a city. So I mean, at least now they know. They didn't know in the past, but I guess better late than never is the saying. So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, folks, keep doing what you're doing, cuz you know what it is, bro.
Always do that.
How does that make you feel though?
Well, first I appreciate that, Chief.
Yeah,
for me, I think you just, like you said, you just got to be strong-minded, because at the same time, like, you just got to continue to just keep your circle small, and just know, like, who opinions that really matter to you. You know what I'm saying? And we love the fans. We get that, but they're fans for a reason. They're very emotional, and so they have emotional responses and things like that until the truth, and they hear somebody else tell the truth. As NFL players, like, you go back and forth with fans and things like that. Oh, you soft, or you ain't locked in, or you unfocused, or you're not mature, this, that, the third. So, like, a lot of times we see a lot of stuff on social media. We just try to block it out.
Yeah.
You mute it, you block people, you just try to move it on, because we deal with so much already where we come on social media just for really news and just kind of to get
To be
closer.
normal.
Yeah, to be normal. You feel me? Like, and that's the key. But like, you can't just fall into
I
it.
like
So,
funny stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You like
that's
rolling
what
up
it
your window
is.
on folks. When they start talking crazy, just roll them windows up on them
Yeah,
hoes.
because like
You
you
gotta
don't
laugh
want none
through
of
it
that
all,
negative
man.
stuff in your
Yeah, you gotta just
space.
laugh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We deal with so much already. So, no, but appreciate that, buddy.
You know that.
Yeah,
though.
let's move on to brighter
Yeah, Quinn,
things.
stop crying, bro. Come on, let's go.
Y'all got Mike Vrabel in, right? Y'all got Mike Vrabel in the building.
Great.
Yeah,
Shout
y'all
out to
excited
Mike,
about that?
man.
Like, how does something like a
I
move like
am.
that? You are?
I mean, I was with Vrabel my first 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my first 2 years in Houston, and I saw what he brought to our team:
What does he bring?
energy, like
Yeah.
grit. He ain't gonna take no bullshit from nobody. He don't care who you are. Like, he gonna let you. He ain't gonna sugarcoat anything. But he's also a good dude too, and he understands players because he played for a long time. He has rings, you know what I'm saying, with New England. So it's like it's gonna be a great fit along with Swartz, who's people already know who that is.
Yeah.
We had this week, superstar running back Saquon Barkley. He signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm not sure if you gentlemen heard what Tiki Barber said.
Definitely heard and saw.
I'm going to just make sure you did. You know what I'm saying? He seen that man sign with them. He said, "You're dead to us." Good luck, Saquon. You're dead to me. What type of hater shit is that? You see something like that, you know what all the things
Listen,
you go
bro.
through.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dog. Like I said, I keep it real. There's one thing just to like, in like a playful manner of, showing the fans that, you really bleed. What is it? Blue and red, right? Blue and
Yeah,
red
something like
Giants.
that, yeah.
But I mean, Tiki knows this is number one. The NFL is a fraternity. We are brothers in arms. We do this together. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to protect yourself. Okay, as much as you want to, show how willing you are to do X, Y, Z. Your body is your own business.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So just seeing that, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it's hate. Like, I mean, you got to call a spade. And he's been through the process of Saquon. I'm sure he would have done the same thing that Saquon did. You know what I mean? So there's ways to say things in a playful manner to show that you are, you bleed, like I said, blue and red. But to me, that ain't the way. That's low key weak to me, honestly. So
Especially being a vet.
exactly,
A guy that's been where we, as young players or players that's been in for a little minute, especially for Saquon as a running back, want to go.
And
You feel
Saquon
me?
never even got his bag for real.
Never got his
ain't got
bag.
it.
They never paid him. Franchise tag, this, that, the third. Like, come on, bro. So like, I'm gonna go somewhere where I can make sure my family's set up and good at the end of the day.
yeah.
To me,
that's soft.
to me, Tiki's a hoe, right? And I mean that in the truest sense of the word. For one, he tried to play it off like, "No, we really cool. I was just joking." After the fact, like after somebody presses you about some
Nah,
shit,
you don't joke like
to
that.
go ahead and spin the block and say something else. If he wanted to be like, if you gonna stand on something, stand on it. Be like, "No, I think it's weak." And to me, how you hate on somebody else for going to get paid does not make sense to me. There's never an amount of fandom that I would have which would discourage somebody from going to get paid, taking care of their family, doing the things that everybody went to the NFL with hopes to do.
Facts.
Right? Like, y'all didn't go to the NFL to not get paid, to not get your checks. You out here getting cracked in the chest by fucking Aaron Darnold,
Facts.
knocking y'all Negroes around.
Strong as shit, though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was the first time I ever went against him.
You went against him this year?
First time
That
ever.
was the first time?
Yep. Buddy hyperextended my knee. And nobody knew.
What'd he do? Did he catch you?
Bro. I don't even want to tell the story. It's that bad, but I don't even think he knows.
You
I'm
don't
just going
think
to
he
leave it
knows?
at that.
He just,
We're gonna have to find that clip.
Nah, you ain't
I'm
gonna find it, dog.
and start
You
searching
ain't gonna
through
find it.
I feel like it's like an inside zone or something.
Cuz.
Why
were you in this position?
Yeah,
Why were you
Bro,
on the
I'm
three
not
technique?
talking about it, bro. I'm embarrassed. Because he didn't even know he did it. Fuck it.
That's
Next
ridiculous.
topic.
Man's so strong that he hyperextends another grown ass, brolic ass man's.
Bro, you don't gotta say it like that, bro.
You know, I'm a hater of the low
crazy.
too, just not the tiki kind.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Nah, I didn't know all that. That's a rough day.
Man, look here. I just said, fuck it. Keep going. It happens to the best of us, you know. Keep going.
Another big transaction in the NFL this week is Justin Fields to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Bro,
when you see Justin Fields trying to find traction, trying to figure out where he's going with his next team, and it just isn't shaking, what does that say about, like, where do you see him going and how can he be successful moving forward?
Talking about before he went to the Steelers?
Yeah, before he went to the Steelers, it looked like they was trying to trade him.
You know, honestly, bro, one thing I learned about this league is you cannot guess on anything. Because the day that Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, nobody in their mothers would have guessed that.
Right.
So honestly, I just sit back and just let it all unravel, and then when it happens, I just see it, I react to it, and just keep it pushing because you can't guess. You have no idea what's gonna happen. Even during the draft, like teams trading up for picks, where it's just I don't even think they know it's gonna happen until it happens.
Yeah,
so you gotta just wait.
So is he gonna be the starter in Pittsburgh before the year's up?
Before the year's
Instead
up.
of Russell, I mean, I don't know, man. You gotta understand.
That's tough.
I feel like. It's not that they have opposite games, but Russell is probably more conservative. Like if it's not going, he's checking it down. I feel like with Justin, he wants to keep the play going more. Try to see if he can find more things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's he say, she say, whatever. But I feel like it really just depends on how each of them feel with the team, like with their offense.
As a quarterback.
Yeah, let me hear this. I gotta get comfy for this.
Yeah,
one.
we gotta see what he's gonna get to.
Do he become the starter by the end of the year? It's tough to say. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, and I'm very like on the conservative side, so I'm like, I think Russell's gonna be better. I think they should have a competition. The best man win at the end of the day. But to each his own. That's their own organization. They said Russell's the guy. So I think if he's the guy, I think Justin could have went to a better situation so he can play. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's other options.
What years is for Russell?
I'll find out. Just
13, 14?
Is it that long?
Well, he was in Seattle for what, 9?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That was out of line by me. I'm sorry.
I tried to just go past it.
What happened?
That was so egregious.
Jesus Christ.
What'd he do? What'd he do?
We don't know what he did. How long was Russell in the league?
12.
See, I thought it was 13.
Yeah, he's been in the league 12 years, coming up on the 13th year.
12.
Damn.
Yeah, so it really just depends on what the Steelers have planned for them. Like if they're just gonna make it like a competitive, whoever does better gets number one, then that's that. But if they do this for Russell to kind of like mold Justin, you know what I mean, to like mentor him, then that's different.
But they got to make an option though. They still got to decide if they want to pick up his 5th year.
Who? Oh, really?
Fields, yeah. I think they have to like May 2nd.
I think that it's gonna be really difficult. They only gave up a conditional 6th rounder. I don't envision them giving up.
So what's the plan to get him then?
I think that
To try to trade him?
No, I think they'll keep him. Right? They'll keep him, and if he gets on the field this year and plays well, then they just sign him to a 1-year deal.
But what if he don't get a deal?
Then you just franchise tag him.
Get the play. Sorry.
Then you just keep him, bring him back on a cheaper contract because.
And then you let Russell walk.
I think you just see how good Russell.
See,
Russell didn't
y'all
play
gonna
that.
fall in this trap and start thinking all this stuff, and the opposite gonna happen.
Soon as we get to thinking, that's when we weaken the nation.
Dog, I'm telling you.
Stop doing all that thinking,
You
huh?
gotta just let it happen, dog.
We didn't talk about your off-season plans. What is your off-season? Give the people your routine into the off-season. Is it you chilling until you report? You training 5 days a week, every other day? What is it?
Okay, so normally, right after the season, I'll take like a week, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks off, just like trying to just restart, refresh, and everything. I'll start with doing just like stretching, what's the word? Like hip, just like working out like my joints, making sure everything's still intact, get stronger. And then I start running probably like end of March, beginning of April. I start really opening up and start running, track, work, all that stuff. But yeah, it's really just like phases, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially as each year goes by. As crazy as it sounds, we're going into year 8. And we just talked about this earlier. Like year 8 is crazy. I still feel like I'm 20 years old.
You act like it.
Sometimes you got to. But no, yeah, for real. So now it's more so of just like, sustainability, making sure everything is working at a high level, Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Amazing. All right, I got another question. This is basically for the Cleveland fans. If you had to pick one team in our division that you hate the most, who is it?
Oh.
I can answer that with two answers. I think I love playing the Ravens the most.
Okay.
For some reason, I just love playing the Ravens. That game is just so electric. But I think the most hated, the Steelers.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that. I think everybody would say if you're a Cleveland Browns fan or a player, you're gonna probably say Pittsburgh for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And my rookie year, I've always heard about the rivalry and everything, but I didn't start feeling it till the past few years when it's like the more you're invested into the team, the more you really show the rivals even more. You feel me? So the Steelers I just can't stand them.
Yeah. I got one more outside of football. What are you doing? Because we talked earlier, me and Q, about entrepreneurs and athletes becoming entrepreneurs while playing and outside of, and then retiring too. Is there anything that you got planned that you want people to know that you working on outside of football?
Yeah. Where do I start? So this movie that I acted in last year is going to be in theaters, I think, in May. It's called The Wrecker. Yeah, that's pretty
Trying
exciting.
to win an Emmy, huh?
I mean, we'll see how it does, This is the first movie that I've been in that's going to be in theaters, so I'm just like, it could go really good or really bad or anywhere in between. So I'm just, just like I said, I'm not going to guess anything. I'm going to sit back and just let it happen. You feel me? I'm also hosting the celebrity softball game.
Yeah.
That's coming in June. I'm hosting a fashion show in Cleveland this year. That's going to be pretty big. I want you to be part of it if you want to, too. It's going to be fun.
He owes you a favor. You came to the podcast. He's got to do the fashion show.
I'm doing the baseball game for sure.
Okay.
So I already did my, what is it called?
I'm just trying to volunteer.
And eye for an eye.
Yeah. His philanthropic. Oh, man. Don't get me started on big words. You know what I'm saying? Over 2 syllables is really outside of my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So wait, when's the softball game?
June 8th.
Are you a fashion guy like that?
I like fashion, man. I do.
I seen the outfit. Wait, when you did had the burn, how are you that prepared? Where did you find this mask? Was this an Amazon Prime order, or did you go to a Halloween store? What was this?
Most people thought that I custom made
That's
the
what I thought.
mask in 2 days, which is kind of crazy. But,
People aren't that smart.
Nah, I just DoorDash it from Party City. It fit pretty well. You know me, I ain't gonna cap though. I keep it real. DoorDash Party City, it fit pretty well. Only thing was every time I took it off, put it on and took it off, a piece of my skin would come off with it. So I was limited on on doing that.
What was the recovery? Because I mean, beautiful black skin.
Man, thank
you
you,
bounced
dog.
back amazing. What was that? Was that just
Is that a
cocoa?
pause? That ain't a pause, right?
No.
It's 2024.
I'm
giving you a compliment.
I'm standing on that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Was it
Appreciate
cocoa
that,
butter?
bro.
Was it what was it? Coconut oil?
There's a saying I always say. God made me a handsome man. Little fire is not going to stop that, his plans. You know what I mean? So if God made me a handsome man, then by God's grace, I'll become a handsome man no matter what.
You were
But
forged
it
in
was
the
also,
fire.
it was, no, I had oxygen therapy. And yeah, just red light, just a bunch of stuff.
So rich dude shit that us normal. So if I burn my face, I'm not gonna come out.
I seen him every day. He was always with somebody.
Yeah, he had somebody there.
I seen him
Resources.
the first day he came in.
God
You
gave
thought
us
he was fucked up?
resources. He gave us
I
everything.
thought he was bullshitting.
He was like, "What the fuck happened here?"
Well, he was in the back, and I was just like, and so we went to the. I kind of seen him, and it was crazy.
Yeah, we
That
never
shit
really
crazy.
saw the.
I saw it though.
I gotta see
saw
a
it
picture.
that
I know
morning.
you got a picture.
So I thought they were bullshitting. It's just
Wait,
kind
you
of.
saw it before the game or after the game?
No, I saw it that morning you came in. You did it the night.
Oh,
And
so
remember, I was in there. I was
yeah,
doing my rehab.
Yeah.
And Joe came out. And he's like, "Yo, you won't believe this."
Like, what were you? Were you cooking? Was this just have you told
Bro,
the story and
so
exactly
yeah,
what
you
happened?
happened, told me.
dog.
I
Yeah.
don't,
I'm gonna tell
I've
you
never
what
heard
happened,
the story
dog.
on how this happened.
So normally, every Friday before a Sunday game, I go in my backyard. I light up a bonfire. Listen to music. I meditate. I visualize the attack. Some might say, right?
Forge and fire.
Now, mind you, I live in the middle of nowhere, so I ran out of my normal lighter fluid that I used to soak the wood. I drove down the street. I'm like, hey, you guys have lighter fluid here? So I'm not gonna put anybody on blast. You feel me? I'm gonna say some guy.
Okay.
Some guy was like, yeah, but we have a spray one. It's like the same thing. He goes, yeah, it's the same thing. Go ahead, bro, you're good. Me being a dickhead, I said, okay, fuck it. So I go back to my house. I spray the wood. Mm-hmm. I see the particles in the air. So I'm like, wait, let me let it sit for a little bit.
Okay.
You know, because I don't want to get burned. Wait like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready. I light it up. It blows up in my face still. So thank God I didn't do it earlier, or else it would have been like, you know, even worse.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you know, hey man,
How do you
fire.
get to the hospital?
So I actually didn't go to the hospital that night. I instead, you know, at that point, all I really smell is just like my burnt hair. So I took about 2 or 3 bottles of wine to the head, and it tastes like water because all I smell is my burnt hair. You know what I mean? So the plan wasn't to get drunk like that. So let me stop. It was, you know, sip on it a little bit, just, you know, ease the nerves. But when I realized I didn't taste anything, like literally water, because of my burnt hair. So I'm like, shit.
Fuck it.
So you saying, so since your hair was burnt, you didn't taste
couldn't taste anything. It tasted like literally just like lukewarm water. So I was like, all right. So I take about 2, 3 bottles, whatever. And then I go in the shower, take an hour-long cold shower, just like put cold water in my face for an hour.
Does not sound ideal.
Yeah, so after the shower, I dried off, got in my bed. I started shaking because I was cold because of the cold shower. And then I started throwing up because I was drunk because of the 2 to 3 bottles of wine.
Yeah, a long night.
My brother came in but didn't see me drink or take a shower. Just saw me shaking and throwing up. Thought I was dying. Face burnt off. But meanwhile, I'm just, you know what I mean? So it was just a bunch of things that was going south that night, dog.
Shit got
the last thing I needed was to go to the hospital. I was like, bro, I'm not going. He ends up calling the paramedics. They come in my room, in my house, in my room, without my consent. Like, that's some serious audacity, number one.
Right.
Anyways, they come into my house, into my room, and they're like, Dale, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. You know, fuck off. You know, hit it. No, but not in like a mean way, but just because I didn't want this to like break the news already. You know what I mean? So they ended up saying, you know, leaving, and yeah, the rest is history.
You thugged it out though.
Hey man,
there's not many people could have did what you did.
Not at all.
No.
It wouldn't have been me.
I'm telling you, I'm actually glad that it happened for real. Like just like the whole experience, I feel like it like changed my perspective on a couple of things.
That's an interesting way to view life.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
Definitely a positive outlook.
Thank you.
So yeah, man, you went through all that, but you still did shit like this, right? Let's hop into a play with Mr. Njoku, Chief, right? I think that you became an amazing route runner this year.
Thank you.
Hands was certified. I don't really remember a drop this year. It was nothing but big time catches and big time plays. But this one right here, right? We talk about things so much from the quarterback perspective, but when you line up right here, did you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's coming to me, or what was the thought process?
I just knew that the safety had to make a decision. You know what I mean, he
So which safety?
The near safety.
Okay, so we got the safety near you, and we got Stick 9, right? Yeah. So at what point you know, like, oh yeah, this is him?
I knew before the ball was even snapped, just because I saw the too high, and the Texans, they have tendencies of playing too high coverage a lot. You know what I mean? So I knew it wasn't a shell. It had to be what it was. So right before I went down, I was like, okay, well, the only thing I have to do is just get past the linebacker, and it's mine. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So this safety right here, was he playing like, he's like middling between you and the outside receiver, right?
Well, it's cover 2, or it's, you know, cover 2, I guess, match or whatever you want to go, man, whatever.
So you just said number 5 couldn't fuck with you. At what point did you know that? Like,
you know, honestly,
5 and 6.
6 is actually my homie. So
that is 6.
I ain't going. Yeah, I ain't going to talk shit about Denzel. That's my guy. Yeah.
You know what
actually,
I'm saying? Like,
in my so I posted this this video on my Instagram with like a Death Note edit, and in the Death Note like video, like 6 has like a shield around him.
Yeah,
that's actually my guy. So I was like, I'm not gonna.
You trying to look out for him?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Pyramid. What's his name? Pyramid, yeah.
Denzel Pyramid.
Yeah, I think he's a good player. Only thing that he really needs to fix is his fashion on the field. We don't like this
the
white the
don't like
Vans.
it?
He's from Cali.
No, Miami, I think.
We gotta get his dress
I'll tell you what though, when them bands turn over you after he just whacked your head in, you gonna be like, you know what, them things look kind of nice.
I respect that, my boy. You know what? I thought differently before the play, but now I know
head
better.
rigging, and you got fucking Tweety birds around your head. You're gonna be like, you know what?
So that's his role and responsibility. He
Yeah.
really trying to make shit happen. He trying to be physical.
So I actually went to college with him at
Okay.
University of Miami.
Miami.
And he was his nickname was the president because like it was like a saying like his saying his say is his last say because like he hits hard.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I remember hella times in Miami, like there's highlights of him knocking people out,
Knocking folks shit
in
loose.
Miami. Yeah, dog. So I don't
You don't
play
want no
with dude.
smoke.
Nah, he got
We
it.
know we gonna see him. Never mind,
He
brother.
got it,
I
bro.
like your socks. You wear them however you like.
So, tell him your story.
Yeah,
Actually.
I would like to apologize. I said I talked on a turn. Please forgive me. I don't want no smoke.
President.
Yeah,
Go easy
tell
on
him.
dog.
Yeah,
Go easy
we
on him.
chilling. I said you were amazing in run support. So I just think he had a good route. Stick nod is tough to cover in cover two.
That's funny, man.
All right. I want to get into our final segment. Is Q4 with 4 this week. Chief running the show. Your top 4 NFL QB and tight end combo list of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Shit. Not in the order, right? Just like
No order,
4.
no order, just
Okay,
4.
You gotta say Brady Gronk. That has to be.
That's the one.
Gotta say Mahomes, Kelsey.
Okay.
Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I gotta say Gonzalez and what's his name?
Gonzalez had a few different quarterbacks. I feel like whoever was
that was big time with
Was
him.
Gonzalez in
Casey.
Atlanta, right?
Gonzalez was the chief.
The chief.
Yeah, he was
he,
the
long
chief for a
time
really
chief.
he
long
made
time.
his noise. In
You know who was
KC.
really good too?
Who?
It's kind of underrated. Drew Brees and
Jeremy Shockey. That's the 4th right there. Breeze Shockey. Yeah.
Brees with Shockey.
He had like
Oh,
a
but
2 year-
Gonzalez though.
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
I was
I'm
gonna
tripping.
say the
No,
basketball.
Breeze and Graham, not
Graham.
Shockey.
Oh, Jimmy Graham?
Oh,
Yeah,
my
Graham.
gosh.
I'm tripping.
So who out of those guys is going to the Hall of Fame?
Who, Shockey or
Kelsey,
Graham?
Gates. I don't think Shockey or Graham goes to Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Really?
It's tough, man.
Graham when he was in New Orleans.
He was tough.
Anytime you in the red zone, that shit was 6.
Kelsey or Gates though,
They're both going.
they both
gotta-
have to
yeah,
go.
they both
bro.
gotta go.
But if you had to choose, who would you choose? I'm saying you have to go Kelsey, dog, just because of
Yeah,
everything
the
he's
numbers.
doing.
Hey, wait a second. Y'all had forgot about Elway and Shannon Sharp.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna say that, but
So
I
you
wasn't
had thought
sure.
about it,
I
and you
thought
just
about it.
said-
Well, I didn't know if Elway.
That
was
man
the
went from
quarterback, but I'm pretty
complimenting
sure,
you,
yeah.
Shannon Sharp, to just like.
Well, I knew Shannon Sharp was the
Was it
yeah,
the
but
tight
I
end?
was trying to think of the quarterback.
Elway
Yeah.
and Sharp. That's
Yeah,
major,
Elway and
too.
Sharp. I think that rounds out the list.
We gotta have like a
Oh,
top
no,
6
nah.
or top 7. We can't have top
Nah.
5.
y'all
Maybe
can't.
the stats don't.
Who
Is Peyton Manning's tight end?
Oh, he had
44,
that was
right?
Cart. He was cold.
He-
Nah,
Low
they
key,
were
he was
messing
a-
with Elway Sharp though.
They weren't with some Elway Sharp. They
No,
were,
no. It was like because they were like
They were
so
up there.
they were
up
like
there, though,
yeah, make plays. I'm talking about as far as just like fundamentally sound,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
They were really really good.
Yeah.
but they don't crack the top 4.
Nah, they don't take.
They don't top the top 4.
My bad,
All
Peyton.
right, last one. I'm gonna let both you gentlemen get out the dough. Y'all know this probably better than others, right? Top 4 restaurants in Cleveland.
I gotta let Fo take this one.
You gonna be out? You be out.
Man, I've been there for 8 years, bro. I want you to answer. I want to see.
I feel like you
if
should
I
have
agree.
real experience. Like you really gotta
I'd be
know
in the house, dog. I'd be in the house. Out the way.
Cap.
Yeah,
Cap. I'm gonna say Ginkgo. You ever heard of Ginkgo?
I never heard that one.
Sushi spot.
Okay.
Is it East Side?
Yeah, it's on the east.
Yeah.
side. Kinda
You
like
and your
I
lady,
might
you and your
pop
lady
out.
going Ginkgo once
all
a
the
week?
time. 3 times a week.
Is that good, huh?
It's fire. We'll go this off season.
Yeah, I got this.
I'm trying to think of something outside the box that is not like.
Y'all
just
got like a
Fahrenheit.
couple of states. Oh, Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit is solid. Really, really
We
good.
seen Haslam in Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit's good.
Yep. So I say Ginkgo, Fahrenheit,
I gotta put Marble Room in there.
Marble Room.
Okay,
because
Marble Room.
everything
Yeah,
that comes
the
with-
vibe too. The vibe in Marble
beautiful,
Room is top tier.
beautiful.
What else we missing? Oh, you probably haven't been because you don't be on the east side. JoJo's Bar.
I think I have.
I want to shout out. I want to shout out the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns fan, the whole organization. Thank these 2 wonderful young men for No, we're thanking Chief for hopping on.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey,
Pause.
man, you know it's all love. You feel me though? He's tripping. Somebody
That's like
call
10
help for
times in
him.
one
He's tripping.
podcast.
Yeah, let's get this.
We gotta put a limit on, bro.
End this thing, dog.
Hey,
Hey, bro.
tap into the Lockerverse. Join us for exclusive content. Join the Dog Pound community. Look forward to seeing you subscribe, comment, like, do all that shit.
Yes, sir.
Chris.